5, a 6, a 5, 6, 7, and...
I am Josh Prince, and I am the choreographer of Shrek the Musical. I was really fortunate in that I was discovered out of the blue for this project. No one knew my name a year and a half ago. I did a showcase for up-and-coming choreographers and choreographers who want to break into the musical theater industry. And I did that for one day, and in that one day, Jason Moore came to see the showcase and liked what he saw and was looking for someone, and 3 weeks later I was offered the job, so it was life-changing for me. It was really amazing. I call it my Shirley MacLaine moment.
We took a happy risk by bringing somebody on that hadn't choreographed a big show before, but had actually been involved with many big shows as a dancer himself, and although he'd done choreography on a smaller scale for some time, this was a big leap, but he was kind of jumping into a pool that he was already familiar with, and that's been a very happy marriage.
He was the last, special find for the show because of his ability to storytell and his comic sensibility. And once we had a sense of how the character was going to move, he made a lot of sense.
Taking those characters like Pinocchio or the egg or a duck or an ogre or a donkey or even a princess and making them move. That's something that a movie doesn't ordinarily do and can't do in the live medium. This show really does present its share of special challenges with 3 moving turntables, elevators, costumes that are unique unto this show, and some are extremely elaborate.
Musical is such a collaborative art form. I mean, there are so many of us involved. The best work and the best designers, to my knowledge, actually collaborate really well and work really closely with their directors and their choreographers.
And it was thrilling to watch, especially to watch Josh Prince, our choreographer, work. Because it was trying, his goal was to try to figure out how these characters move, how to get Chris Seaver as Lord Farquaad to dance on his knees. That was a lot of the development in the workshop was to get like a proper rig so that he didn't hurt himself.
The challenge at first was we would be on our knees and be like, well, when Chris is on his knees, he'll be able to get there. We really have to watch how quickly we try to make him travel.
Yes.
That's rather than just being on his knees, it's about how much space he can cover, how quickly.
You start from scratch. For instance, Freak Flag, just starting in a rehearsal room from scratch with an idea, working together to collaborate on a story and on movement and on putting it together bit by bit.
I get to, as Pinocchio, start off, I try to put in that, at first he's very stiff and very wooden, and he's moving like a puppet in the very beginning, and kind of everything is by his side, and by the end of it he's just rocking out and giving you hand gestures and just going for it, So I think that's really fun to be able to go on that journey.
Johnny, what do you do? What's your freaky dance? But what is your style? How do you express yourself that way? And how can we build to that moment, that you can express yourself as your Pinocchio? And you really try to let them do what they do, and you try to give them the freedom to be who they are, bring to the table what they bring to the table, and then you work within that realm. Flap scuff, hop step, flap scuff, hop step, flap scuff, hop step scuff, hop step scuff, hop step scuff, hop step step. 3 and a 4 and a 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Okay, 3 and a 4 and a 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. That is fab. That's fab.
What I love about Josh Prince is that he was so fearless, truly, in creating material, and then if something was successful or not successful, the next day he would come in with even another idea, and it was just like this constant development of someone just trying to figure it out.
Oh my God. This is what my life has become. Yes.
This guy's on a 10.
Yes, please.
Hey, Rachel, let's throw one on a 10.
This is the exciting part. Skirts. Once we get a choreographer in a skirt, we're good.
Right? I mean, it's going to be...
Actually, it looks really good on you.
Thanks. Makes my legs feel long. It's very Matador.
Top of the second act,
with the rat tat. That is such a thrill. It's such a thrill. So that's my favorite Broadway moment.
I think it's just the beginning of an incredible journey for him because his imagination and his skill and humor and the way that he got the characters was just wonderful.
It's really fulfilling. It's like giving birth in a way. I mean, it really is like I know, but I mean, it definitely feels like it's a creative process. It is truly creative from start to finish. One and a gorgeous music to my ears.